It's been a long since I made a video on romance anime, and since you guys also requested for this list, here we are ranking more romance shows today. So without wasting any time, I present you top 10 anime where popular girl falls in love with an unpopular boy. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you can stay updated whenever I upload a new video. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Let's start our list with Nourin. Our protagonist is obsessed with an idol named Yuka, but when she announces her retirement, he sinks into depression and places himself in isolation. However, his friends manage to convince him to attend school again. He gets surprised seeing that his beloved idol has transferred into his class. With the support of his friends, he works towards getting close to the girl of his dreams and uncovering the reason for her retirement. Despite all the hate for the show, I really feel this show is mainly focused on comedy and not storyline. So if you're getting into this show seeking major plot, then you might get disappointed. Still, it's a good show to laugh and have some good time. In 9th place, we have Osananajimi, rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. Our protagonist is best friends with one of the most popular girls from his school, but when she confesses her feelings to him, he immediately rejects her. He already has his sights set on his first love, a girl named Tsurezure. Unfortunately, his dream gets shattered, knowing she has a boyfriend, but his best friend approaches him with a proposal, even though it's little early to judge the show. But if you're a rom-com and harem fan, you should definitely start with this anime. The only thing is little offsetting is the plot twist, but it's a matter of taste. It can be both frustrating and fun to watch.
When you first saw me, did your world stop spinning?
In 8th place, we have Dance in the Vampire Bund. The queen of all vampires shockingly appears on live television and announces for her plan for a colony where her kinds can live in peace. Our protagonist does not believe in vampires and gets uneasy whenever they are brought up. He continues living his peaceful life until he encounters the queen named Mina. She triggers within him memories of a life he had long forgotten, and he soon begins protecting her without understanding why. In my opinion, it's one of the better supernatural romance shows out there. Definitely not the best, but it's a pretty enjoyable show. If you're seeking these elements and don't mind little bit of action, then you should go for it. In 7th place, we have Tsurezure Children. This story is about ordinary high schoolers and how love makes them fired up, whether things go well or not. This story of romance showcases how they spend their precious youth. Every character is the main character here, and you're sure to find one you can sympathize with. To be honest, the only drawback I faced while watching this show is the length of episodes. Don't get me wrong, it's one of the better rom-com shows out there. Also, it is interesting seeing many pairs. Overall, if you're searching for something short and hilarious at the same time, you should give it a try. It won't disappoint you for sure. Moving on, we have Maria the Virgin Witch. Maria is a powerful young witch living with her familiars. As the war rages on and the innocent get caught in its destruction, she begins using her magic to prevent further conflict. However, Archangel forbids her from meddling in human affairs. He issues a decree that her magic will be taken away if she loses her virginity. Now Church begins plotting to take away her power and stop her interference once and for all. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that much from this show, but I was wrong. Art style, animation, and characters are just perfect. Overall, if you don't mind female protagonist and want to watch something comedic and romantic, you'll love this one. In fifth place, we have After the Rain. Our protagonist is a reserved high school student and former track runner, but due to her injury, she has not been able to race the same as she used to. While working part-time at the Garden Cafe, she begins to develop feelings for the manager, spending time together at the restaurant. They grow closer, which only strengthens her feelings. If you're looking for a more mature romance story that highlights the true complexities of people, then you're more than covered here. Visually stunning art style and animation hits the feels perfectly. Overall, I would say, don't get fooled by the description. It's a pretty decent slice of life show. The only thing I didn't like is the ending. Coming at the fourth place, we have bottom-tier character Tomozaki. Our protagonist is Japan's best player in the online game Attack Families. Despite holding such a title, a lack of social skills causes him to fall short in his everyday high school life. He eventually gives up and proclaims himself a bottom-tier character in this game of life. But after a fateful meeting with another top-tier player, he gets shocked, seeing she's actually a popular girl named Hanami. She eventually decides to help him in the greatest game of all time called life. I guess this show is the perfect example of never judge a book by its cover. Each episode actually gets better and better throughout. I highly recommend you to give it a try. In third place, we have Iroduku, The World in Colors. In a world in the future where magic is still a part of everyday life, our protagonist is a descendant of a family of mages. She loses the ability to see colors and has grown up into a girl devoid of emotion. Concerned for her future, her grandmother decides to send her back to time when she was in high school. Her purpose seems unclear, but the faithful encounter with a boy named Yuto changes her life. His drawings flood her world with color. I feel it's an outstanding anime, with right storyline and art. It's definitely a must-watch. Just one thing you should keep in mind. This show is not focused on romance. There are bits here and there, but not emphasized that much. Coming at the second place, we have Kono Oto Tomare, Sounds of Life. To understand the meaning of his late grandfather, who was a koto maker, our protagonist tries to join the Koto Club. Even though club is in dire need of members, club president is not ready to accept his application due to his bad reputation. But after seeing his seriousness and enthusiasm, he gets accepted into the club. Along with his new friends, they aim to perform at the national competition. I feel this series definitely deserves a second chance, as it has the potential to become something great. Definitely an underrated show, in my opinion. Overall, if you're seeking a musical show with a touch of romance, you're going to love this one. In first place, we have Higehiro. Our protagonist is a regular salaryman. He gets rejected by his office crush. While returning home in the drunken state, he runs into a runaway high schooler named Sayo. She asks him to let her stay the night, and with his judgment clouded by alcohol, he agrees. With no memories of last night, she explains everything. Having listened to her story, he finds himself unable to kick her out, especially after learning that she came all the way from Hokkaido. As I said previously, the storyline is seriously wholesome and sad at the same time. Plot just keep getting better and better with each episode. Blindly go for it if you're seeking heavy romance-based plot.
And I can't breathe. Oh, I hope you're keeping count of all the times you let me down.
That's all for today's list, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed the video. Show your support by dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Also follow me on my social media accounts to stay updated. in the end. You all stay happy and I will see you in the next video. See ya.